Welcome to our in-depth summary of The Four Disciplines of Execution by Chris McChesney, Jim Huling, and Sean Covey. This book talks about a big challenge many leaders face, turning great ideas into real results. Even the best plans can fall short when it's time to make them happen, especially when teams struggle to change how they work. The authors point out a major issue called the whirlwind, which is the daily rush of urgent tasks that pull attention away from important, long-term goals. This whirlwind can easily make leaders and teams lose focus on what really matters. To solve this problem, the authors introduce the four disciplines of execution, 4DX, a simple but powerful way to cut through the whirlwind and achieve results. These disciplines aren't just ideas, they are practical steps that help leaders turn their strategies into actions. By using 4DX, leaders can make sure their plans don't get lost in the chaos of daily tasks, but actually lead to meaningful success. The first discipline, focus on the wildly important, deals with a common mistake, trying to work on too many goals at once. The authors explain that when you try to focus on everything, you end up achieving very little. Our brains aren't built to handle multiple priorities well, which leads to feeling overwhelmed and distracted, exactly what the whirlwind causes. To fix this, the book advises focusing on just a few wildly important goals, WIGs, the goals that can make a big difference for your team or organization. These WIGs should get your full attention, unlike the everyday tasks that come up. The authors suggest a simple way to set these goals, using the formula from X to Y by when. This helps turn vague ideas into clear, reachable targets. But setting the right goals is just the start. The book also warns against common traps, like saying yes to every good idea, which can spread your efforts too thin, or treating every task as if it were a WIG, which leads to a long, overwhelming to-do list. The key to success is learning to say no to things that aren't truly important, so you can stay focused on what really matters. This kind of focus is essential to breaking free from the whirlwind and making real progress. The second discipline, act on the lead measures, is about taking the right steps to reach your WIGs. The authors explain the difference between lag measures, which show the results of your efforts, and lead measures, which are the actions that drive those results. Lead measures are like levers that help you achieve your big goals. To be effective, lead measures need to be things you can control, and that give a good sign of whether you're on track. For example, the number of sales calls made or following safety steps are actions that teams can directly influence. Picking the right lead measures involves thinking about different actions and choosing the ones that will make the biggest difference. Tracking these actions might be harder than just looking at results, but it's worth it. This way, teams can stay on top of their progress and adjust as needed, instead of just reacting after the fact. This shift from hoping things work out to actively making them happen is a key part of successful execution. The third discipline, keep a compelling scoreboard, is all about making sure the team can see their progress clearly. Just like athletes do better when they know the score, teams do their best work when they can track how they're doing in real time. This isn't just about numbers, it's about connecting everyone on the team to their goals in a way that motivates them and helps guide their work toward success. The authors talk about the difference between a coach's scoreboard and a player's scoreboard. While the coach might need lots of detailed data, the player's scoreboard needs to be simple and easy to understand. It gives team members a quick view of how they're doing with their wildly important goals, WIGs. This simplicity keeps the team engaged. It lets them see both their wins and the areas they need to work on. A good scoreboard should be easy to read and placed, where the team can see it all the time. It should show both the results they're aiming for, lag measures, and the actions they need to take to get there, lead measures. This setup helps everyone see how their daily tasks are directly connected to the team's bigger goals, showing them how important their work really is. Getting instant feedback from the scoreboard is really important. It tells the team right away if they're on track, so they can make quick changes if needed and keep moving forward. Updating the scoreboard every week helps keep it relevant, and motivating. When the team helps create and update the scoreboard, they feel more connected to the goals. It turns checking progress into an exciting, strategic process where everyone is committed to winning. This approach not only builds a culture of high performance and accountability, but also boosts teamwork, helping the group reach their most important goals. The fourth discipline, create a cadence of accountability, is where plans become real results. This discipline makes sure that the goals and strategies set earlier don't just stay ideas, they turn into measurable achievements. It focuses on the weekly WIG session, a key time when the team comes together to review progress, renew commitments, and hold each other accountable. These WIG sessions are really important. Each meeting starts with team members reporting on the commitments they made the previous week. They share what they did, what worked, and what didn't. This isn't about blaming anyone. It's about creating a space where successes are celebrated and setbacks are learning opportunities. This kind of openness helps everyone take responsibility for their part in the team's success. After the accountability check, the team reviews the scoreboard together. This is a critical step because it shows how their actions are affecting key performance indicators. This reflection helps the team understand if their strategies are working and make any necessary changes to stay on track with their goals. With fresh insights from the scoreboard, team members then set new commitments for the coming week. These aren't just tasks to keep busy. They're carefully chosen actions that will move the team closer to their goals. Each commitment is specific, measurable, and directly tied to success. When each team member makes a commitment, it's more than just completing a task. It's a personal promise to help the team move forward. This personal connection is important for keeping momentum, especially when everyday responsibilities threaten to take over. It's not just about doing your job, it's about being a key part of the team's success. Leaders play a big role in these sessions. They don't just join in, they set the tone for how things should go. Their involvement shows everyone how important each session is, encourages commitment, and helps create a culture of honesty and focus. But keeping up with this discipline isn't always easy. Daily tasks, off-topic discussions, and unmet commitments can slow progress. The book gives strategies to keep sessions on track, focusing on making each commitment meaningful and keeping attention on the main goals. This disciplined approach makes sure that accountability becomes a regular part of the team's work, not just something that's expected. It helps the team steadily move toward achieving their wildly important goals. This method doesn't just aim for success, it makes it happen, turning the team's efforts into real results. The book also gives a practical guide for leaders who want to bring the 4 disciplines of execution into their teams. Changing how people behave and creating new routines can be tough, but this guide provides a clear plan to help leaders manage this change smoothly. It explains the stages teams usually go through when adopting the 4DX method, giving leaders a clear path to follow. The process of putting 4DX into place is broken down into 5 key stages, each one important for successfully making these disciplines a part of the team's daily work. First, the focus is on getting clear. Leaders and their teams work together to set the foundation by defining their wildly important goals, WIGs, setting up the important lead and lag measures, creating a scoreboard to track progress, and agreeing to regular WIG sessions to keep everyone accountable. This step is crucial for getting the team on the same page and setting a clear direction for their efforts. Next is the launch phase, where plans start turning into action. This can be a tricky time because team members might resist the new ways of working, face obstacles, or have trouble adjusting. The leader's role is very important here, providing the support, focus, and encouragement the team needs to overcome these early challenges and keep moving forward. As the team moves into the adoption phase, the new practices start to feel more natural, and the initial resistance begins to fade. As the benefits of a focused strategy show up on the scoreboard, the team takes more responsibility for the 4DX process and becomes more active in reaching their goals. In the optimization stage, the team fully embraces the 4DX mindset, engaging more with their tasks and looking for ways to improve their performance. They keep refining their strategies to get better results from their lead measures. Finally, the habit stage is where the 4DX principles become part of the team's daily routine. The team consistently performs well and regularly achieves their WIGs. With the 4 disciplines now part of how they work, the focus shifts to setting new goals and using the 4DX framework to confidently handle future challenges. This clear approach not only helps leaders bring 4DX into their teams effectively, but also supports the team in adapting to changes, leading to ongoing success and improvement. The method doesn't just change how teams work, it turns them into high-performing units that can meet and even exceed their goals. The Scaling 4DX across the organization section shifts focus from individual teams to the entire company. It shows how applying these principles at every level can turn the whole organization into a place where execution is a top priority. And this part of the book includes stories from different organizations that have successfully used 4DX on a larger scale. These examples from various industries show big improvements in areas like revenue growth, profitability, customer satisfaction, employee engagement, and operational efficiency. Each story highlights how flexible and effective the 4DX approach is, proving that it can lead to real and lasting improvements no matter the industry or company structure. The book outlines a detailed strategy for aligning an entire organization with wildly important goals, or WIGs, to ensure everyone is working toward the same objectives. This strategy emphasizes starting from the top, where overarching goals are broken down into actionable steps for individual teams. This approach ensures that every team member, from frontline employees to top executives, understands their role in achieving the collective goals. Leadership at all levels is encouraged to actively participate, fostering a shared commitment that significantly increases the likelihood of success. Leadership plays a crucial role in spreading the 4DX culture throughout an organization. When senior leaders not only endorse, but also embody the principles of 4DX, it sets a powerful example for everyone. This kind of leadership creates a ripple effect, making disciplined execution a priority and motivating all employees to incorporate 4DX into their daily work. However, expanding 4DX across an organization isn't without its challenges. Resistance to change and skepticism are common when new processes are introduced. To overcome these hurdles, the book suggests strategies such as clear communication to foster understanding and buy-in, creating a support system with 4DX coaches, and celebrating achievements to keep motivation and commitment high throughout the organization. Patience and persistence are essential, as implementing 4DX is not a quick fix, but a long-term strategy to build a culture of execution and excellence. Despite the challenges, the benefits of improved performance, increased engagement, and a strong culture of execution make the effort worthwhile. This comprehensive approach ensures that organizations don't just adopt 4DX, but thrive with it, achieving lasting success. In the Addressing Common Questions and Concerns section, the book serves as a practical guide for leaders who are working through the complexities of implementing 4DX, especially in organizations used to more traditional management methods. Understanding the challenges that come with this transition, the authors offer practical solutions to make adopting 4DX easier and more effective. One of the first challenges in adopting new methods like 4DX is overcoming skepticism and resistance to change. The authors suggest a show-don't-tell approach. Instead of overwhelming teams with theories, leaders should focus on one impactful goal that directly benefits employees and their daily work. By showing quick results from this focused effort, leaders can build credibility for 4DX, making it easier to get everyone on board. This approach demonstrates the real benefits of the 4 disciplines through action, not just words. To make sure 4DX becomes a lasting part of an organization rather than just a temporary project, the book outlines several key strategies. Leaders must do more than just talk about 4DX. They need to actively engage with the process, set an example, and hold themselves and their teams accountable. This kind of visible commitment reinforces the importance of 4DX throughout the organization. Regular communication about the goals and benefits of 4DX is also crucial. Celebrating successes and recognizing the efforts of individuals and teams helps keep everyone motivated. Sharing these wins regularly keeps the momentum going and shows that 4DX is making a difference. The authors also stress that 4DX should be seen as a flexible framework rather than a rigid system. Organizations should continually assess and refine their strategies, adapting to new challenges to keep 4DX relevant and effective. Finally, it's important for leaders to connect the day-to-day work of their teams to the larger goals of the organization. By aligning 4DX efforts with the company's mission, leaders can build a stronger sense of purpose and commitment within their teams. These strategies address common challenges in implementing 4DX and help build a strong foundation for its long-term success. By focusing on these key areas, organizations can fully integrate the 4 disciplines of execution into their operations, leading to continuous improvement and lasting results. The Process Tips and Traps section is a key part of the book, offering simple strategies to help leaders and teams handle the challenges of using the 4 disciplines of execution, or 4DX. This section is packed with practical advice to make the process easier, so teams can fully benefit from 4DX and reach their goals. One of the main points is about refining lead measures, which are crucial in the 4DX framework. The authors stress the importance of picking measures that not only help predict whether you'll reach your wildly important goals, WIGs, but are also things the team can control. Since projects and situations can change quickly, these measures might need to be adjusted regularly to stay useful and effective. Making these changes is important for continuous improvement and keeping teams on track. Another important topic is keeping the scoreboard simple and engaging. It's easy to overload the scoreboard with too much information, which can make it less motivating. The authors suggest keeping it clear and easy to read, so team members can quickly see how they're doing and stay motivated to reach their goals. The book also talks a lot about WIG sessions. These meetings are crucial for keeping the team focused and making sure everyone's commitments are meaningful and lead to real progress. The book gives tips on how to build a culture of accountability in these sessions, where team members encourage and challenge each other in a positive way, which is key for the team's success. The authors also discuss how to deal with resistance to change, which is common when new processes are introduced. Understanding why people might resist is important, and the book provides strategies to help address these concerns. This makes it easier to get everyone on board and smoothly switch to new practices. By covering these common issues, the book gives leaders the tools and knowledge they need to successfully adopt 4DX. This advice is invaluable for overcoming obstacles, keeping the team motivated, and building a strong culture of execution within organizations. With these insights, leaders and teams are better prepared to face challenges and achieve great results through disciplined execution, ensuring both short-term successes and long-term wins. In the 4DX in Diverse Teams section, the book looks at how the 4 disciplines of execution can be adapted for different kinds of organizations. The authors know that while the basic principles of 4DX can work for any team, they need to be adjusted to fit the specific needs and ways of working in different environments. This part of the book shows how 4DX can be customized for teams in manufacturing, high-tech and scientific fields, sales and government or military settings. For manufacturing teams, the book explains how 4DX can be combined with other methods like lean manufacturing and Six Sigma. By using these approaches together, teams can finish projects faster and adopt new processes more smoothly. The structured nature of 4DX, with its focus on clear goals, measurable actions, and strong accountability, fits well with the continuous improvement mindset common in manufacturing. In high-tech and scientific teams, where there's often a strong focus on risk assessment, the structured approach of 4DX might seem too strict at first, But once these teams start using the 4DX framework, it can actually work well with their analytical skills, helping them identify and act on key lead measures. By letting these teams adapt 4DX at their own pace, they can effectively mix it with their data-driven and experimental ways of working. For sales teams, 4DX is shown as a powerful tool that can help improve sales processes and performance. By focusing on accountability and data-driven lead measures, salespeople can move from relying mainly on intuition to using a more structured approach. The book also talks about the challenge of getting typically independent sales teams to participate in regular WIG sessions, highlighting the value of shared learning and collective accountability in creating a high-performance culture that consistently meets sales targets. In government and military teams where discipline and a focus on getting things done are already strong, 4DX can be a big help in cutting through the usual red tape and keeping important goals in sight. These teams often deal with complicated rules and limited resources, making it hard to stay focused on what really matters. 4DX helps by keeping everyone on track with clear goals. The authors stress how important it is to get team members involved in setting and committing to these goals. When people feel ownership over their goals, they are more likely to come up with creative solutions, even when resources are tight. By looking at how 4DX works in different settings, the book gives leaders the tools they need to apply 4DX effectively across various types of teams. This ensures that the principles of 4DX are not only used, but are also adapted to fit the specific needs of each team, making them more effective. This approach helps teams not just follow 4DX, but also excel with it, achieving impressive results that match their unique environments. When it comes to adapting lead measures and scoreboards, the book talks about the need to customize these tools to fit the specific needs of different teams. Lead measures and scoreboards are flexible tools that can be adjusted to work well in any environment. In high-tech and scientific fields, where speed and accuracy are key, lead measures might focus on better communication, sharing knowledge, and making sure processes are followed carefully. These actions help teams work together better and ensure quality, which is crucial for innovation. In sales teams where results are immediate, lead measures often track things like the number of client meetings, proposals sent, and deals closed. These measures are closely tied to the team's main goals and give a clear picture of how well they are doing. The scoreboard also needs to be designed to fit the team's specific situation. It should show important data in a way that motivates and inspires the team by clearly showing their progress toward their goals. Customizing the scoreboard like this keeps it a useful and powerful tool that keeps the team engaged. This part of the book shows how adaptable the 4DX framework is across different settings. While the basic principles of 4DX stay the same, their success depends on understanding the unique challenges each team faces. By adjusting the tools and methods to meet these specific needs, leaders can use 4DX to drive successful execution and achieve great results across different types of teams. The book then moves to the Bringing It Home section, where it expands the use of 4DX from work settings to personal and family life, showing how flexible this framework can be. Through relatable stories like Jamie's, a mother who used 4DX to manage her health during her 7th pregnancy, the book shows how these disciplines can be used outside of work too. Jamie set a clear goal to control her weight gain, tracked her daily steps, and got her family involved to help her stay on track. Her story shows how useful 4DX can be for personal goals, and how it can even bring families closer together. These personal stories highlight the universal importance of 4DX principles: focus, leverage, engagement, and accountability. Whether you're working on personal challenges, improving your health, or building stronger family relationships, 4DX gives you a clear and flexible framework that can be applied to all parts of your life. This section is a strong reminder that 4DX isn't just about success at work. It's also a powerful tool for personal growth, helping people reach their most important goals and improve their lives in meaningful ways. The final part of the 4 disciplines of execution wraps up the book with a strong finish, showing how the 4DX framework can really change how we reach our goals. The authors go over the main ideas again, focusing on what's most important for getting big results. They emphasize that it's crucial to narrow your focus to just a few key goals, pointing out the discipline of focusing on the wildly important. They caution against trying to do too much at once, which can spread your efforts too thin. When they talk about acting on lead measures, the authors remind us how important it is to find and consistently work on the activities that have the biggest impact on your results. They also highlight the need for a compelling scoreboard, not just to track progress, but to keep everyone engaged, aware, and accountable. Plus, they stress the importance of having regular check-ins, where team members meet to review progress, renew their commitments, and make sure everyone is staying on track. The authors strongly believe that following these 4 disciplines carefully can lead to great success. 4DX helps teams and organizations cut through the everyday distractions, allowing them to focus on and achieve their most important goals. But 4DX does more than just help hit targets. It helps build a lasting culture of excellence, high performance, and personal responsibility within organizations. It encourages people and teams to fully take charge of their goals, creating an environment where everyone is driven to meet their commitments and succeed. In their final message, the authors suggest that 4DX can be used not just at work, but in personal life too. They explain that the ideas of focus, leverage, engagement, and accountability can be applied to all areas of life, helping people make big changes and reach meaningful goals. The book ends with a clear call to action, urging readers to use the 4 disciplines not only to achieve success at work, but also to reach their full potential in their personal lives, creating a life filled with significant achievements and deep satisfaction. The authors leave readers with a positive and empowering message, showing that the 4DX framework is a solid guide for overcoming life's challenges and achieving both personal and professional success. If you enjoyed this summary, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us bring you more insightful book summaries and practical advice. Stay tuned for more content that can help you achieve your financial goals and personal growth. Thanks for watching,